Yo, guys, welcome to the Red Pitch Podcast. Listen, before I continue, like, share, and subscribe. Listen, man, Champions League ain't easy. It's not easy. I see a lot of fans before the game predicting 5-0 to Arsenal, 4-0 to Arsenal. We're going to batter Porto. Listen, I always said it. Do not underestimate FC Porto at home, right? Do not underestimate them. They've got some incredible players. Wendell at left back is incredible. Evan Nilsson, Galeno, who scored the winner, is incredible. Pepe, 40 years old and still playing like a 25-year-old up and down that pitch. Jao Mario at right back. They've got Conceição. They've got quality players, and they absolutely nullified Arsenal. 7 attempts on goal, but not one shot on target. Not one. And that is poor. Considering we're coming off the back of, 6-0 and then a 5-0, it's like we ran out of fuel. We ran out of fuel. Some of the players looked a bit lethargic. Now, listen, I'm not going to single any individual player out because I don't think anyone really turned up. Don't think anyone really turned up, to be fair, yesterday. No one really took the ball by the horns and really showed up for the team. And this is exactly why I've seen a lot of people saying about, Saka was quiet, Saka was this, Saka was that. The same people last week that were arguing with me saying Saka's world class. Now, listen, I agree with Rio Ferdinand. Will Saka be world class? Yes, he will be, 100%. But he's not world class yet, right? If you want to be labeled as that world class player, you've got to be able to take games like these when no one else is performing on your team. You've got to be that one man to stand up and say, right, I'm going to take the team on my back and I'm going to carry us. And I'm not comparing Saka to the likes of Thierry Henry, Vieira, or Bergkamp, or any of the other world-class players we had in the team before. But when we're in certain situations, the team was playing shockingly. You had one of those guys step up and say, listen, I'm going to take this team. I'm going to put everyone on my back and I'm going to guide us and I'm going to put in a performance. I'm going to fight for every ball. I'm going to set an example. And yes, Saka is only 22 years old, right? And I told people, do not put that pressure on Saka just yet. He's still young. He will make it to that world-class level, but he's not quite there yet. And yesterday was a prime example, and like I said, I'm not just singling out Saka because everyone was poor. And it's a team game, we know that, right? But I'm only mentioning this because of the conversation that's been going around with Saka and world class. So this is just what I'm trying to explain now, right? Saka he received the ball quite a lot of times on that right hand side, and it's like he was kind of afraid to take on the defender, take on Wendell. Wendell is absolutely excellent, and he's a brilliant defender. But take him on. You got to get at the fullbacks. I wanted to see him and Martinelli. You saw when Martinelli went at Jao Mario a few times, he took him on and he beat him. So if you can see you're beating a man, keep going and going and going. But, Martinelli would get it, stop, cut back inside. Trossard, I think, was kind of off yesterday. Saliba had an off game. I think he was poor yesterday. The whole team was poor. I mean, listen, for their goal, Galeno, brilliant strike. Brilliant strike. But I feel that Rice could have closed him down a bit quicker. And also, Raya, I think he was too far off his line. At that stage of the game, you're protecting that draw, you're protecting that 0-0, that point, you're protecting it, right? Well, not a point because obviously, yeah, whatever. But you're protecting the draw. You think to yourself, okay, 0-0, first leg away, brilliant result. Rice, you got to come out. You got to come out quicker on Galeno. You got to come out quicker. Rice stood off him, allowed him to shoot. One mistake. Raya, too far off your line. Second mistake. Two mistakes on the crucial minutes. Now, those are mistakes we can't allow to happen again. We've got 3 weeks to the second leg. Hopefully, we got the likes of Jesus back. Hopefully, Timber, please. Timber, Partey, need Partey back. I felt like we missed that presence of Partey in the midfield yesterday. I think games like this away is when you need someone like Thomas Partey in that midfield. I'm telling you. But hey, listen, man. I'm not going to lose my head. A lot of fans saying, oh, Arteta out, blah, 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 blah. Nonsense talk. Nonsense talk. Listen, first leg, we're at home, second leg. Listen, just be grateful that the first leg we're at the Emirates and they didn't beat us 1-0, and then we had to go to their place for the second leg. We're back at home, back in front of our crowds. We've got all to play for. It's only 1-0. We can come up fiery, get the early goal, and give this team a battering in the second leg, man. I still believe. All right? Let's go, Arsenal, man. Listen, like, share, subscribe. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep pushing. Newcastle coming up on the weekend. Must win after Liverpool's victory against Luton yesterday. Let's try and get this momentum back, Fight. Let's fight again. Don't turn our backs on the teams. Don't turn your back on the team, man. We got this, man. The boys will make us proud this season. They'll do something. Let's go.